Watch this video if you want to not waste the dollars that you put in your Roth IRA or 401k over the years, and instead be strategic about how and when you spend those dollars to get the most from those hard-earned savings. You see, we can undo the benefits of having put money into a Roth by the way we spend it, the timing of it, and what we spend it on. Not all retirement accounts are created equal. When you go to spend those dollars someday, you're going to be faced with the question, which accounts should I take my money from first? And in this video, I'm going to tell you the number one way that people reduce the benefits of having put money into their Roth. And I'll also give you 5 key things that people do to be strategic about how you spend your dollars. I want to give you the best opportunities so that you can identify them over the years and take advantage of them when they pop up. Hey everybody, I'm Nick Davis, founder of Brindle and Bay Wealth Management, and I'm here to show you how to retire with calmness and clarity. If you like these videos, do us a favor and like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button 2 times. It helps the channel. It helps other people to find these messages. Thanks for that. All right, so what is the number one thing that causes you to lose the benefits of having put money into a Roth? And what are those 4 or 5 things that we can do to be strategic about how we're spending our dollars? All right, the number one thing that you can do to undo the benefits is spend the money too early. Now, it's common for people who think, well, I'm in my late 50s, I'm in 60s, and I just did a Roth conversion, and it's nice to know that I can now have tax-free income from that money. And they want to spend it because it's like, well, I don't have to pay taxes on it. But what we know about the Roth is that it grows tax deferred. It can come out tax-free. It doesn't have required minimum distributions. And then after death, it can grow 10 more years in the same status and have tremendous benefits. And there's another benefit of having Roth dollars for single people or people who will someday be single. Married filing jointly has a little bit of an advantage because of the way the tax system works. Someday a married couple is no longer a married couple filing jointly because somebody passes away. Single tax filers have a little bit of a disadvantage when it comes to the tax system. And as you know, money coming out of your traditional Roth IRAs and your traditional 401ks are going to have required minimum distributions, may not want to have that extra income tax being pushed on a single person. So more dollars that are in that Roth obviously aren't going to cause there to be taxes in that older age. So there are tremendous benefits to letting your Roth dollars grow as long as possible. Now that is the general rule, but that doesn't mean you can't spend it early and that you shouldn't spend it early. So I'm going to give you some things that you can do to be strategic about how you spend your Roth dollars. Remember, the number one thing you want to do is plan to let that money grow as long as possible. Plan to defer it as long as possible, but you can take money out for other things. And the first thing that I'll mention would be vacations. You heard me correctly. You can pay for vacations with your Roth money strategically. Now, I'm not saying everybody should pay for vacations with their Roth dollars. However, imagine that you want to go on a $5,000 vacation in retirement, and taking that extra $5,000 out for retirement from your IRA to pay for that vacation is going to put you in the next tax bracket higher. Well, if you were to just take money for the vacation from the Roth, you'd have kind of a nice benefit there. You wouldn't be pushing yourself into a higher tax bracket. You wouldn't be paying taxes on those dollars. And if you were only doing it to pay for vacations, you could probably make that Roth money last a long time because you're just taking a little bit of the big lump sum to be kind of strategic with it. So using your Roth dollars to avoid a higher tax bracket, that's a good idea. The next thing you could do to be strategic about your Roth dollars is you could use it to avoid shadow tax. Now, shadow tax is something that retirees pay, and I talk about it in another video about the Social Security shadow tax, and I'll link it here so you can go back and watch this video if you want to learn more about that. But another shadow tax would be the Medicare IRMA means testing. And that means if you take too much money out of your traditional IRAs, if you've got pension income coming in, you may pay more money for your Medicare to the tune of a few $1,000s per year, which also reduces your Social Security benefits that you are going to receive in. So if you knew that that was going to happen and you were to spend some of those Roth dollars to avoid that shadow tax, well, that would be a great strategic way to use those Roth savings over the years, because Roth dollars do not trigger those means testing from programs. Next up is extraordinary expenses. You could use your Roth dollars to pay for emergencies. Now, you should have an emergency fund that's FDIC insured, so you don't want to plan on using your Roth for a savings account. However, it's nice to know that you could take that money out and use that for extraordinary expenses, keeping in mind a couple of things. Number one, you can't put money back into the Roth once you've taken it out. It's precious money. It's difficult to get it in there because there's rules about getting it in there. As you know, there's various rules. And the second thing you want to be aware of is the 5-year rule. So if you recently established a Roth IRA, you can take your payments, your premium out, what you put in there, but you can't take out your gains for 5 years. So you'd want to be aware of that, or you'd have a penalty. Now, there are two other ways that you can be strategic about spending Roth dollars, and maybe this doesn't advance you or save you tax dollars, but it is an opportunity to be wise with your money. And maybe you still put money into Roth over the years with a little bit of fearfulness that you couldn't get it back out. And so removing that barrier of entry can be super helpful for encouraging people to put more money into Roth. And the first one is that first-time homeowners can take $10,000 out per person one time. And also people use it to pay for higher education. So you could be strategic about it. And imagine you put $100,000 into Roth over the years, and over the years there was also $100,000 worth of gains, and maybe you're not 59 and a half yet, maybe it hasn't been 5 years, and you need to get those dollars out to pay for higher education. Well, you could take, let's say, that $100,000 out to pay for higher education, allowing the gains to stay in the Roth and continue to grow. So you could kind of use it in multiple ways. You could use it for some stuff earlier in life, but you could also use it to be a part of your retirement plan. Now, remember, the biggest thing is plan for the long term with Roth dollars. Don't spend that money early so you get all the benefits of letting it grow. However, if you are looking for these opportunities to be strategic, I think the biggest one is reducing the tax bracket or avoiding those shadow taxes. I think that's a wise way to use your Roth dollars. Speaking of being wise and financial planning, I made a video about why your financial planner should collect your taxes every year and what they should be looking for. So take a look at that video right here. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you'd like to see the way that we help people to create calmness and clarity for their next chapter of life, take a look at us at brindleandbay.com. Again, thanks for watching the videos. Please remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you are notified every time a new video comes out.